Welcome back to the channel. This is WAP Reviews or Santa Work in Progress. We're two works in progress.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Dennis.
And we're two best friends who love reacting to music, film, entertainment, anything pop culture. And today we are reacting to
Troye Sivan, Something to Give Each Other, the album. Troy's returned with an album. And we have reacted to all three singles. You should check them all out on our channel in our Troye Sivan playlist. Track number 1, Rush. We've already reacted to it. Check out the reaction because it was amazing. Track number 2, What's the Time Where You Are?
Fun so far. I like the music. Voice sounds good. Like the goes. The little run. The little twinkling in the background. Into it.
There is definitely cohesiveness to the sound. I'm curious if it's gonna be, so far we've heard like relatively upbeat songs throughout all the singles. I'm wondering if the entire album will just have 10 of those songs. So I'm curious to hear how it moves on.
It's what's the time where you are, what's the night like where you are.
You know what I like? I like that the chorus is kind of long. I feel like a lot of choruses these days are just like really short. I like that it repeats.
It's okay. It's not my favorite of all the singles. At some parts, it's for some reason reminding me of like a Charlie Puth-esque like chorus. It's a bit flat. Like it's just the same like beat or whatever. It's like an interesting one, but it doesn't really move anywhere. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm a little bored. So I feel like with something like this, you could be dynamic. That's kind of like why you use a beat like this, but instead it's kind of the same. I wish it was more dynamic. Track number 3, One of Your Girls. We've already reacted to this song, so go check it out, please. Track number 4, In My Room.
Oh, I don't wanna clean up yet. Keep it messy, 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 oh yeah.
The song is a lot better than the track number 2.
I was thinking the same thing.
According to the Genius lyrics, someone else is singing the Spanish lyrics here, and it's really cool. I really like how those lyrics kind of sound with his. I usually don't like when a chorus is the beginning, but I liked how it went from the chorus to the verse. I'm not the biggest fan of how long the chorus is, and also that the pre-chorus repeats at the beginning and end. Like, it's the same 2 lines at the beginning of the pre-chorus and at the end of the pre-chorus, and, like, pre-chorus isn't long enough for that to happen. Like, you don't need to do that.
I am a fan of I feel like this is a little bit messy in how it's structured, but I like stuff like that. I feel like when an artist is taking a different dynamic, like putting the chorus first is always one of my favorites. I just think it hooks the listener a lot more. It's kind of reminding me of Sabrina Carpenter a little bit. No, I thought this song was, yeah, like we said, a lot better than the other ones. It was really fun. I think it's, yeah, sonically better. Lyrically, I like the 2 languages. It's like they're playing off of each other. And I think it pairs well with all the other singles too.
Yeah, I like the second verse. I enjoy that it's all in Spanish, and the song is much more interesting. You want to hear it again, which is always a good thing. So I'm excited to see what else is on this album. Track number 5, Still Got It.
Yeah, I know, I still got it bad.
I was waiting for an iconic Troye ballad-esque type song. It's not too bad so far. I mean, it's still like a little flat, but I'm waiting for it to pick up. I like it so far.
Yeah, I like the harmonies in the chorus. I thought that the verse with it was gonna end, and then it was gonna go like doo 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 doo, and then it was gonna go into like an upbeat kind of dance chorus. That's what I thought it was going to. I'm curious how the rest of the song is gonna go because, like you said, it's kind of flat, but not in a bad way. So far it's okay the way it's being flat because it's kind of interestingly developing, and if it like grows with the second verse and the chorus, that's fine. But if it's flat the entire time, then maybe not.
Love the ending. I like the second verse where he's talking about like being in the bus. Again, we love lyrics that are super visual and like that create a picture. And I think with the ending kind of just ties everything together. Like this was like a moment in time and a memory.
Maybe I wish it was a bit more dynamic, but I think if there's like 7 other songs like this on the album, then no. Like that's not a lot. That shouldn't happen. But if this is like the only song that's kind of like flatter but more somber, but it still had like interesting harmonies, interesting like sounds with the organ. So it's still interesting. Track number 6, Can't Go Back, Baby.
I wish that this song was like in between another one of like the upbeat songs to kind of just break up the fact that we had a slow song and then this song. But overall, I don't think it's a bad song. I just wish that it was placed differently. I like how different it is.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I wondered why it was, because there was like a bunch in a row of upbeat songs, and then this, they could have separated a bit more. I'm noticing this pattern of using these intros that he does, but I also like that it adds an interesting texture to all the songs. There's like this element that he brings into each song that creates a different mood.
Yeah, I wake up with the sun across my face.
I like how it picked up towards the end. I'm always a fan of songs like we've talked about, something that's too flat, it's not going to grab your attention. But if you, by the second verse, if you're picking it up a little bit and it's a little bit more dynamic, I think it's just easier for the listener to listen all the way through. And I liked it a lot more. But if it was flat that whole time, I don't think I would listen to the song again.
There's like atypical sound, like instruments being used, like a xylophone, and like I don't know, I think there's interesting sound effects happening. Track number 7, Got Me Started. We already reacted to this, so go check it out. It's a pretty great reaction. Track number 8, Silly. Our battery ran out, so we're back. On a phone. Technology.
Ugh.
Technology.
It's so, like, 2013 of us.
I don't love when choruses start in the song, but it's okay sometimes. But I also think that the novelty of it, like the coolness of doing that, kind of wears off when you do it over and over again.
That's your opinion. I feel like if you have a good chorus, you have something catchy, why not let the listener hear it again and draw them in straight from the get-go? There's also just a different way of writing. Sometimes people just prefer writing with the chorus in the beginning. Like they start writing and they think, ooh, this is catchy. Like I want to continue with this idea. That was fun, right? I like it. Keep it going. It was silly. I think that this sound is not so typical in pop today, right? So I like that someone who's a little bit more, well-known in space is kind of bringing attention to other sounds and creating something that more people get to experience.
Well, Beyonce did come out with an album a year ago with a similar genre.
Yes, I understand, but Beyonce is a whole other category of human.
That's true. Track number 9, Honey.
Something different about tonight. I could speak or just let my body explain.
This song isn't as good as the rest of them, but it is fun though, huh? Right? It's fun.
I like the song better than the second one. I think it's still better than the second song. The second song, like, I would probably not choose that song, but this song I feel is like a solid, fun song, and I'd still like have it on in the kitchen, and you could dance to it. It's
Yeah,
fun.
it's still a good dance in the kitchen song, but not as solid as the others. This song is fun, guys.
I like it.
This is a good song.
Yeah, I don't know what's with your like, oh, it's okay. It's a fun bop. I'm bopping to it.
Yeah, we're definitely jamming.
Yeah,
I
I
think,
would put this on.
Yeah, it's definitely, but it's not something you can like sing along to. Like it is, but it's something that you mostly dance to.
It's a pump up song.
Yeah, like let's vibe, let's dance and jump around while we're cooking, right?
Exactly. Track number 10, the final song, How to Stay With You.
I'm a little bit fucked on this. I'm a little bit out of time.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite one. It's because this is my style
Yeah.
of song. This is everything I like in a song. I like that it's like a little, it has some moments of being fast, it has some of that groove that I really like, the bass line, the drums. It's just everything sonically that I like is pretty much in this song. And I like the lyrics as well. I mean, I think that we haven't really discussed much of the lyrics, but there are some like pretty standout moments in a lot of the songs that I'm like, oh, that was an interesting lyric, or oh, this is an interesting phrase. So yeah, this is probably my favorite one. Most similar to the music that I listen to.
Yeah, this isn't my favorite one, but I do like I like some of the lyrics in this song, and I also like that it doesn't start with the chorus. But I think it's overall interesting. It's another sound, and I like that.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I love a sax. It really always kills. I think instrumentally the song is really interesting. I'm not really understanding the lyrics in this song, like the ending, I don't really know what he's referring to. I'm confused why this is the last song. Starting again when I got all I wanted, starting to feel a little bit despondent. Like that's the end of the entire album. Not sure why it ends on that, but I think it's a fun song. I think it sounds unique.
Yeah, I cried. Only because I love the sax. Like, it's just, I don't know, music is just, like we say all the time, it's so personal. It's just such a wonderful thing that, like, we get to be here and talk about it and get to have a community of people who also like to talk about music and listen to really interesting songs. And I think this is the whole point, like I say all the time, that art is just, you know, it's a form of expression. And the way that, just even adding a saxophone, it's just, it's that little bit that makes it just makes the song just that much better. I do get what you're saying. Like, I don't really know why this was the last song. I feel like it could have been something else. But I mean, I guess this whole album, like, there isn't really, I guess, like, it kind of makes sense. Like, the whole album is saying that they're, like, a relationship is a give and take. And this is the same perspective. Like, oh, this is how I'm feeling about you. This is how my family feels about you. And this is, I'll leave you on this note.
I think the overall feeling I got from this album is kind of freedom that Troye is feeling as well. Kind of like ecstasy. Even in the more somber songs, there's still this like brightness to the energy that's coming through this entire album. And I think that's different from his past music, where there was kind of this overarching like somber, sad. Here there's this overarching happy. It's a bright feeling, and that's reflected in the cover art of the album with him like smiling so happily. There's this like this comfort in himself that he's found. The album is really varied, and there's a bunch of different sounds that we haven't really heard recently, and for an artist that's pretty well known like Troye to release an album with such varied sounds and overall pretty good lyrics, overall very good production, I think it's really impressive for an artist at his level to make an album that's, I think, better than many of the artists that are at the top right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time we post a new video. Also, follow us on Instagram and TikTok for exclusive reactions and behind-the-scenes content.
Make sure to leave a comment down below because we like and read our comments always.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.